All right, all right, all right. Um, yeah, hi, welcome. It's my first stream back since my little break. I had a bit of a glitch out moment, but we're fine now. Yeah, so I'm streaming on YouTube and Twitch currently, so this is fun. I do have a like translate command where if I want to like say something in another language, hopefully it works. Hopefully, oh wait, actually, do I have to turn it on? I think I have to turn it on. Give me a second. Let me figure out what that is. Oh, there you are. What's up? Nice to see you again. Nice to see you again. A login. No, I don't have a login. Connected. Okay, let's see if this works. What? Hello? Oh god, I messed everything up. I added something and it broke. Okay, that's fun. Why is it saying that? That's crazy. Hold on. Does the translate command work? I don't think the translate command works, does it? Hold on. I think it works only on Twitch. Is that the case? That's crazy that it's advertising. Oh. It did work. Alright, cool. I don't know if the captions are working, but we'll just start the stream. I have to actually load this save file real quick. What are you doing? Japan? I have so many saves. Okay. I have an auto command going on right now on my Twitch, and it's kind of annoying me because it's automatically doing ad stuff, and I don't want it to do ad stuff. So if you're watching on Twitch, I apologize. I just broke it. Yeah, if you're watching on Twitch, I apologize. That's gonna be really buggy today. All right, let me just minimize that. Get back in the game. I forgot how laggy this save is, but switch. Cool. Cool. I was I was always the worst in Spanish class. I mean, I never really listened, but you know, that's just me. Okay. So we are back with our Jurassic Park Japan, and I kind of forgot how laggy it is in this because of how many dinosaurs, how many different species we have here. We have a ton. Yeah. all of our aloes grew up and they moved over here because I don't know if you guys remember, but we used to have the aloes up here, but they decided to just move all the way down here. Wow, this is incredibly laggy over there. I might have to change my settings a bit. But in the last stream, we set up a couple of buildings, set up a plan. I know it's been like a month, I think maybe over a month, but we set up a couple of like template buildings so we can see where we wanted to put some of our modular stuff at. And so we're going to be attempting to make I think we're going to try to make the hotel in this stream. I'm not going to plan to make these until later, like in a stream coming up, just because I don't know if I'm even going to finish the hotel today. Uh, but yeah, so we'll see how that goes. But I usually do a tour at the beginning of the streams. So yeah. Okay. So as I said, we usually do a tour, but I pretty much showed off the dinosaurs for the herbivore area. This is all of our carnivores. We have some, a whole bunch of species. All of them are elderly because we started this park like a couple of hours in game ago, so they're all elderly. But yeah. Uh, and then we have our herbivores over here. We have a ton of them. We wanted to make just an environment where they could just breed, and I think they just kind of got out of hand because you can see we have a ton of brachiosaurs, and I think we only started with 3. And we have a couple of flying reptiles as well. You can see them right there. Kind of cool. We just have to make sure that they don't exit out of the herbivore area, but they shouldn't because their food is here. Every once in a while, though, we do get one that just randomly flies over here, but it's okay. Then we have some more just dinosaurs up here, and we have a hotel on the edge of the herbivore enclosure. I'm looking out over it so you can see the enclosure. And then we have a like platform overlooking the Therizinosaurs. Which is funny because I didn't realize how tall they were. So you can kind of see the height difference. Pretty much their head almost reaches this. So it's if the rocks weren't here, yeah, that would have definitely been interesting. But yeah, we created that platform. That took an entire stream, so that's why I was saying I'm worried about, actually building stuff. Modular building has been a kind of struggle mentally for me because I just put everything on the like page pretty much and then work from that. So it's a lot of back and forth with me. And so I apologize if I don't know what I'm doing. That's how the Montana build is going. It's just, going back and forth. Lower Titan. I don't know if I have that. I don't remember. This is a suggested build, so I added the dinosaurs that were suggested. I don't think we have that actually, which is surprising. What am I doing? Is this sending through? I don't think it's sending through, so I'm gonna send it through this. Okay, it is sending through. I don't know if it's sending. I don't know. Everything's breaking over on this end. Um, it's saying that my chat things are going in twice, but on my preview I'm not. And then Twitch is just having ad breaks. Oh god, everything's broken. Why did I mess with it? Okay. Um. All right. What are we doing? Hotel. So, pretty much. Shoot. So we're starting off with this small hotel piece. Um. How do we want to do this? So we need to have the building because the building's going to be on the ground, but we also want it to go over the water without it actually removing the water. And we don't want to have this, here, let's highlight this. We don't want to have, okay, that's large. We don't want to have this, like, sand area be shown. So we want to make sure that, whatever we're building goes over this enough so it just looks like it's actually floating on the water. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm having more out soon. I just had to take a little bit of a break to decide how I wanted to take things with the channel. But we are coming back. A lot less than before, but we're switching it up and we're doing one video a week instead of two because I couldn't handle that. But we'll be good. And then we'll try to stream more often, but I want to fix some things on the streaming end. Right. So this is the Jurassic Park era buildings, right? So we have like the thatch, we have the wood. I think we have bamboo maybe. I don't really know, but it's a lot of concrete and yeah, okay, there's the bamboo. Concrete, bamboo, thatch, you know, all that stuff. So we kind of want to work off of that. I'll try to here, let me post this. And let me post this here real quick for Sayona. Alright. What you're doing good? Yeah, nice. So let's see. I'm assuming we want to go for. I don't really want to go for concrete. This is the roofs. Am I that out of like touch with this game already? Why is it hello? Okay, I thought that was just hello. It's auto selecting things when it shouldn't be. That's weird. Okay, so I think we go with the wood. Okay, that's if that does that when I'm building, it's gonna be annoying. All right. So how do we want to do this? First off, let's clear these trees out real quick. Just keep the area a little bit visible, so I can actually see. All right. You just started playing Evolution 2. That's fun. That's fun. Oh, I hope you enjoy the campaigns and the challenge modes. Honestly, I haven't really played the challenge modes for this game yet. Well, I've played only 3 of them, but, there was a weird bug where something to do with, like, pathing or something like that, where it would
Ladies
just
and
mess up
gentlemen,
completely and
we
not
are
even,
pleased to
like,
welcome our Parasaurolophus to the park.
show you the, profits, and it'll just look like you were always just losing money. Um, so it was, a weird little bug, but, I think they fixed that now. So now I've been doing that stuff a lot more. Well, on my own time, even though I should be like, streaming it or something, but sometimes you just gotta relax. Okay, I don't really know what I'm doing here. Um, I don't want to make it too rigid. You can
Ladies and
see,
gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome
yeah, what
all
does the actual
Signitas
hotel
to the
look
park.
like? Hold on, this is probably gonna break the game because of how far this piece is going. Because with the actual hotel, you have the building, right? You have the building with the I'm trying to see how much curves they use because they use a lot of curves in some buildings and then other buildings they don't. And it's kind of interesting. Okay, so I think what I want to do for this side then is I want to do a curve out like this. I can't because the piece is not accurate. That's amazing. That's fun. You can tell that I'm not a person that plays these games. Okay, hold on. Let's fix this. Okay. So we can have it start off like that. Now this is going to be a hotel, so let's replace these with shutters. Thank you, thank you. I believe those not an actual shutters. Yeah, there's the pieces, but we're looking for the actual. Okay, is it a window? Is it glass? It's a part of glass, isn't it? All right. Thank you, thank you. I hope you have a great year too. Uh, mm, aren't there like actual pieces? What are you doing? Do you just change the glass pieces? Is that what you do? I want to say that's what you do. Let me see. I know that there was a way of doing this. Okay. What is it? I honestly forgot what it is. I haven't touched this game in like 2 weeks. Hold on. I'm pretty sure it's a wall piece. Am I crazy? It's a wall piece that allows you to. I thought it was something to do with glass. Tell me what? Um, oh my god, I'm stupid. It's this. I'm looking for this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. So we're gonna put these back. Um, and then on the side, let's turn this into the concrete. Let's see how this will look. We want the smoother one. which I think this will work.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased
What's
to
the height we
welcome
want
a
to go for this?
Therizinosaurus to the park.
I think that's a little bit too. Is that too large? Is that the smallest we can go? I think that's just this one. I feel like that's too small though. This is here. Let's see how this one looks, and then we'll build off of it. Because what I want to do is I want to take our bamboo one and is there a way I can do this without the snapping one? Or do I have to actually play this out the way it wants me to? 'Cause I want to do something like this, where this is a planter. Okay, so I'm gonna have to mess with it a bit. So this goes into the wall here, I guess, and then this will go into the wall. So it's gonna look like it's just this. We'll mess with the coloring later, because I want this back wall to be. Okay, let's change it now. I want this back wall to be slightly darker. Colored wall. The grid's kind of messing with my eyes. And the light isn't touching this side, so. How that looks. Here, I'm going to change the day cycle to be off. Let's see if that changes it. Or let's see if that actually helps. If it doesn't, then oh well. No, it doesn't really help. It's okay. You don't understand me at all. I'm here to talk to you slowly. I do talk fast. When I was setting up the captions,
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Tapajara to the
it didn't
park.
pick up like half of the stuff that I was saying, which is funny because I was just talking too fast. Alright, let's just use this piece then. Oh, we were trying to make it easier on myself, but it's gonna actually
Ladies
just
and
make it harder.
gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Kentrosaurus to the park.
Is that good? That's good.
Ladies and
Let's
gentlemen,
advance move this
we are
down.
pleased to welcome a Stegosaurus to the park.
I love how I just put those dinosaurs in the herbivore section. And just to see like how long it would take to have them breed, but apparently it doesn't take too long. So let's check the species count actually right now. Let's see. That one needs to be pushed in more. Here, if we need to turn this piece into a, I think we're gonna need to turn this piece maybe into, or I can just duplicate this and take it this way. That works too. Oh, what? Did I just, oh, did I accidentally bring it up? Wait, what? Okay. Cool. All right. So on the outside, it just looks like a weird planner. I guess I could probably change this piece to be a smaller one. Let's see. Delete. Scenery. Walls. Oh. Is that the smallest piece you can do? If that's the smallest piece, okay, if that's the smallest piece you can do, I like there's a smaller piece, no? Am I crazy? Hold on. Oh no, that's the smallest piece. Okay. Well, instead of doing that then, let's bring these ones up. Because I'm assuming we can't bring this wall down. And if we wanted to bring this wall down, we would have to use the other one. I don't know if there's actually another one though. We can't bring this down. Okay. Let me see. Oh, there isn't a non-grid item. Let's see. Right? Oh. Oh, that's what we wanted. Okay. Apparently I can't do that. I'm just not smart. All right. All right, so we have that. Um, so that's gonna be the outside on that area. And for this side, I kind of want to do like a patio. I'd rather have the patio be on this side
Ladies
so
and
you can see
gentlemen,
all of
we are
this.
pleased to welcome
Because
an
if you have the patio on
Allosaurus
this
to the
side, you
park.
see the people walking over here. I mean, I guess if I really wanted to be extra, I can expand this building and just have a patio out all the way like right here, and then overlooking this edge. That would be cool. Am I extra? I think I'm extra. Um, I think I want to be. Okay. Edit group, scenery, walls. Okay, let's go back to bamboo.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are
Maybe,
pleased to welcome an Ankylosaurus to the park.
maybe. Maybe let's do oh wait, concrete. Let's go back to the concrete. And we have these like pieces like this. Let's see if we can actually use this in a situation like here. So let's see how that would look. We'd probably have to, yeah, we'd probably have to change this piece. So the way we can do that maybe is we can always just make this piece larger. So instead of doing that, we can do it like this, delete this one. Go back to walls. Do we have a side piece for this that we can use? Okay. Hmm. I don't know how half these pieces would look because I'm not like it's obvious that I'm not a builder in this sense. Take me on Minecraft, you know, I'll be good, but you know, this, okay, that's crazy. That's large. Okay, so I have to use a smaller piece then. A thinner piece. Is that the smallest you can go? I think that's the smallest you can go. The river ride? Um, if they actually added the vehicles or if there's a mod for it, yeah. Um, I've been saying that for like since Evolution what was it? Evolution 1. Like if they added something like that, I definitely want to do that. Um but I don't know. I just like those vehicles. I'd rather do it with the vehicles because then I did a build for I think it was a Sorna build. Or, no, I don't know what it was. I built something. Was it Europe? Jurassic Park Europe? I think it was that where I actually kind of built like a drop down thing for a modded boat. That was cool. But yeah, I don't think I do it with the kayaks.
Ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Kentrosaurus to the park.
Maybe I just need to do it like this if that's the case here. Or you could just oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, it's auto selecting things again. Is it even facing the right way? It is facing the right way. Okay, let's see. Let's see how this would look. If we take this, we're taking out all of this. I don't want to take out all of this, right? And we're stuck with this still, too. So I don't really... Maybe we can... Move this back here, but then I'd want to. Jesus. Hmm. If I bring you... Okay. Let's try to do that, but with the other pieces, these pieces, the ones down here. So instead of it being like directly at the corner, let's make it... Actually, this might work. Hold on. Do like this. And probably expand it by 1. Bring it down until it comes to here. Right? And then we can do it to this side. We'll build another thing over here, but this is going to be for the patio. So let's see if we actually need to do that, because right here, what I thought about doing was just expanding the wall. Let's go back to the bamboo. Increasing the wall to be over here. So this is the main building, right? The only thing with this is the coloring on this is kind of scuffed because we did change the coloring on this back wall here. So my solution to this would just be possibly to do that. I think that's because realistically we're not seeing the tops of these buildings, and I think that's perfectly okay. The only issue with not seeing the tops is the fact that we're gonna have to overlayer this with a roof at some point. And well, looking at the thatch roofs and the other roofs of these buildings, a lot of them are either very like circular, are rounded or they're very like flat. So we're gonna have some issues with the geometrical design of this, especially since it's kind of chaotic with it. I did notice that there is a bit of a right there. Um, Here, let's see. Oh, okay, it's auto selecting things again for me. That's fun. Where's the concrete? Mm, I guess I can try to duplicate this and move it. Let's see. That worked. Huh. Okay. Speak to you in Spanish a little about that. Uh, I can't think of what I'd want to say. Ooh, tile. Okay. Tile would look nice. Stone, just stone. Okay. Like little. I don't like this rotation thing that's happening here. Where if I have something selected and I scroll to like a certain part, like you can see like it's just, is that me or because it's kind of annoying because I'm not clicking anything. Always at a pool. A pool in the lake. Easy. Now, how do I want to do this? Am I okay with... do this. Let's see where this goes. So we have this part sectioned off. This is going to go over a bit. This isn't going to be the main area, but this is still going to be something. That's a large piece, okay? And then what we can maybe do is we can take one of these pieces. We'd have to probably change the rotation on that. I don't like how large these are. Well, that wasn't the issue. Changing the size of that wasn't the issue. Changing the length of it was. Here, let's see. I guess this will work, maybe? I don't know, but I want the water to be seen. I think if I want this to work... Here, we can possibly do something like this. That's not even though in the middle, so I want it to be there. Hopefully this doesn't cause any issues. And then what I was gonna do is we extend this wall. Shoot. We extend this wall. All right, so this wall is going to like continue on this way. Um, which one is this? So this is going to be in line with that, but I'm thinking maybe we do what we did over here. With the concrete. And then bring it over here. And then this over here. Meaning we have a little bit of a gap here. So, I mean, it could be worse, but the thing is we also wanted to bring this up over here. So this is where it ends though. Okay. And then this is where it straightens out over the water. So this is where the patio might end up being. That goes over the water. That's where it probably will start. Meaning, so this area is going to be just kind of surrounded. So let's duplicate this and see what we can do with this. Because we're going to bring this up here and down through here. Maybe. This way. Because we want the flat ends on the inside. Okay. Now let's bring this out. All right. Then let's actually take this too. Bring this in a bit. We're gonna have to rotate it. I actually didn't notice that. Here we go. There we go. Nice. So this is gonna be over here. Honestly, instead of using this piece, we should probably use a flat piece, like an actual column. Let's take a look to see if they actually have that before I remove it. Wrong one. Which is slightly annoying me. Okay, so I think there's an actual column section. So let's go ahead and use that. So let's delete this. Hold on. Delete this. Move this forward. Yeah, that's the only issue with this. Hold on, maybe we can move this over here like so. So we have the slant going on, right? On both sides. So it's kind of like, you know, the gates, right? Right. So we have the gates. So it's kind of like those slants. And then on this side, we're going to have the, like one of the patios going to be sectioned off with like bars. And then this, I think we might have to move this. I'd want this to be centered, but there is no actual center for this because it's uneven. kind of kind of slightly annoying me maybe. So if there was a center, which we probably will force ourselves to make a center, it would be what? It would be here. So this actually just furthers my idea of wanting to make this larger. So I think that's what we're going to end up doing. Okay. So let's go down. Okay. Um, right. Let's go ahead and there it is. Okay. I was just told of something right now. So let's see if I can do this. Finish at least the floor before I have to actually go. Is this elevated correctly? Okay, so this is technically the middle, or would be the middle point if I did it that way. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's move this. Actually, let's here. Add these small floor pieces here. Is that the smallest one? I just want to bring it out one more tick. It is the smallest one. Shoot, what did I do? What does this 6-piece look like? But maybe I should use this. Delete the smaller ones underneath this. Okay. Then we add these here. Okay. We did have to redesign this side here though, actually. So how do I want this done over here? Do I want to bring this piece here too? My thing with doing this on both sides is that it looks smaller on the middle part. Which one is the one I want to use? This one. Right, so if I did want to do this, because this is how this would look, right? Shoot. Because we'd want to, hold on, let me, I'm probably just not smart. Give me a second. feel like something's not right with what I'm trying to do here. Okay. So we move this over here, and this is where we're gonna start our poles, right? So that's going to be there. And we could probably put like a banner over this too. Like it might be props. Because decals are the things that we put on the buildings, right? Yeah. That banner has to be somewhere around here, right? Okay, no, that works. There's that. There's this. Let's align the surface real quick. There's that. There's this. I don't think we're getting anywhere with that one. The one I was thinking about was this one, but we would have to make this hella smaller. Let's place that just there anyways. I think those are the only ones we have. So the only ones that we can hang are these ones, these two. So let's try this one first. We might be able to do this. Okay, never mind. We might not be able to do this. But we can make this larger. See. Well, I don't really want to make it larger though. Let's delete that. See if this one we can make this big enough so it actually fits. Okay, so in this case, let's go ahead and let's bring it back to what it was before. And we're probably just going to end up duplicating it on both sides. So if this goes up, is this tilted? Oh, you're right. This would be tilted, wouldn't it? Because I aligned it with the other side of the piece. Oh, that's gonna bug me. That's gonna stay consistent, and that's gonna bug me. Let's do it on this side then. It's a part of signs. Where are the signs at? Oh, the signs are there. Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. I'm just not smart. All right. See what are there? They have the letters. Yeah. Advanced move. All right. Boom. Boom. Oh no. Oh, I see the issue here now. It's okay. We'll work with it. How do I move this? Can I make this a decent size? Hi, Moga. Happy New Year's. Okay, let's try this. Okay. So the issue with this is that the other side has no piece. And this was a long time coming because I kind of knew about that. But I didn't really. Okay, you know what? That's not my fault. You should have told me to stream. Just saying. You should have told me to stream. I'm gonna get slaughtered. Okay. Let's figure this out. that's I'm sorry, that's no. Mm, I mean, okay. If we do this. Yep. And then we're gonna put a piece in the middle here. So let's do another wall. Actually, it might be a column. Yeah. We'll see if you want to do a column or a wall. I was just going to use. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. No. They're definitely gonna use a wall or a column. Yeah, we can. Okay. If we do like this though, now we can make it that the banner can be smaller, but we want to make sure we do a good wall. We don't want it to be just. We don't want it to be larger than these side ones. We also don't want it to be too large. I think this might work. Here, put this in the middle. This isn't straight. We could make it straight. And then we bring this down. I think one might be okay. Are you kidding me? Are we gonna have to do some weird stuff to make it actually fit? Because it's like, hold on. I have an idea. It's gonna look so ghetto, but it's fine. Okay, let's look at this. I mean, have you seen this? Have you seen this? Like, what's going on here? It works on this side. Okay, we probably just have to bring it closer. If we don't have to do it the way I was going to do it, I'm okay with that. Yeah, it'll be fixed if we move this. Yeah, it pretty much is fixed. Kinda. Let's bring this in over here. Good on that side. Oh, we do have to bring this one up higher. Anyways, to be the same height as this. Okay. I mean, at that point, it's just keeping us from. Let's see. We want to have the patio out here, right? So these are going to be. That's going to be a planter. I just realized that wall is not. Or this piece isn't the right one. which is probably the why I was having issues with that earlier. So let's go. I'm just gonna search this up so I don't have to deal with the weird scrolling issue. What the hello? Okay, so this is going to be here. You're gonna be here. We're gonna have to lift them all up anyways, it's fine. Okay. Advanced move. Up, up. Alright. That's gonna be a planter, like how we have over here. So let's go ahead and just fill in the soil. Because that's going to actually be... Is it dirt? Is it just called soil? Soil, okay. Because this is actually the size that we want it to be. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Let's plant that. Hopefully this is kind of similar to the height over here. The only... Oh, we do have to bring it down one more. I didn't select this piece. Okay. That's so, right? Yeah. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Sinoceratops to the park.
Here. Let's place these down first. And then fix this issue right here. Is that higher or is that lower? I can't tell because of the... Because of the... I think it's... I think that's good. I don't really see it anymore. I'm assuming that's good. It's just a planner, so I mean, it doesn't really matter. Until like I just start thinking about it. I'm like, oh, you know what? This is probably still looking like this. Uh, that's how this always ends up going. Okay. Uh, this is gonna be in the building, so it's fine. Oh, is it slanted this way? Okay, well, that looks pretty good. Okay. Now, let's see about this area right here. So for this, let's go for bamboo. I know it's the beginning. Hello? Oh, it's wood. Never mind. For this, let's try to fix the issue we had before. Right here. So we have this piece of wood, but I want kind of I don't know if I want to do something like this, where this inside piece is water, or if I just want it to be like this. Because the issue with doing anything but a piece that actually fits here is that weird little glitch thing that's happening when you're trying to place something down. Because I would like it to be like walkway, open area for water. But if it's just gonna look like this. Also, it should not be right here. It should be like right here. That's where this walkway would be. It wouldn't be, I don't even think it would be a walkway. I think it would just be some chairs. Yeah, let me actually look and see where a chair would fit. I don't know. Because if we do it like so close to this, you still, we have enough space. But this is an issue right here, this piece, because we don't have a piece small enough to actually fit here. Because I don't think I can either modify this so it just actually won't do the glitch. Oh, hold on. Because I think we're using what, this piece? We're using this piece up here. That's 4. And we can try to use the 2. It's just like, you see what my issue is here?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Brachiosaurus to the park.
I missed you too, Mocha. I just needed a break from doing anything really. I was working on a site that I was just having fun with. I don't know. Actually, I'm starting to doubt this thing right here now too. I feel like that's messing with my perception of it a little bit. Here, let's do it the way we were gonna do it. Right, so this is 1, 2. Well, let's do it like this, just so it can be easier for us. Right? We can bring this out over here. This is where the actual building is going to be again. Right, and then we're gonna have some chairs right here. Now, this piece, since we don't have an actual, like, since we don't need a middle part right here anymore, it doesn't matter, like, the length of this. We just want to make sure that whatever this is, it either is completely different, like, it's a mess. It's either we want to make it a mess or we want to make it, like, symmetrical. And so what a mess would be like, it would be honestly taking one of the smaller pieces. I guess we're already on one of the smaller pieces, right? And just start to, like, I guess it would be like just bring this out another, right? And then we just ask for forgiveness later. I think that's what we're doing. because there's a 1 block gap in between all of this, and this is how we actually do it. I think I just solved my issue without trying to solve my issue. So, huh. I love this, you know? I I love problem solving. This is me whenever I'm actually trying to do any internship stuff or like coding stuff. All of a sudden you find an issue and or a solution to an issue, and you didn't even know that you found the solution. So, you know, everything's fine. Everything's perfect. Why is that the It's still too. I really don't like the. God. I really don't like the environmental water tools because I feel like there should be 2 sizes smaller. Because when I was making this over here, that's what it felt like. It was a struggle to actually deal with this. There's a lot of guys here. Oh, I wanted to check the dinosaur count. Oh, there's 321 of them. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna lag. Oh yeah. I have 38,000 appeal. Like total appeal. That's crazy. I need to track the generations. Um, that's really wild. Look at this. Look at this. Bro. Here, let's see this. So, 14. Your family tree. That's a lot of siblings. Um, wait, what? Wait. Oh. I'm gonna have to do some damage control. God, this is totally a great idea. 19, that's crazy.
Personnel, please stand by.
I'm just putting more of these guys in there, so yeah, that's why there was a lot of siblings, because I only put 2 of these guys originally, and now there's 19, but they're all from the original 2. How laggy the game is being right now. 320 dinosaurs will do that to you, I guess. At least this game can handle it.
To welcome Brachiosaurus to the
Evolution 2 definitely couldn't handle at least like over 200 dinosaurs. I still want to do it like a battle royale. That would be fun. That might be a video soon. But what about you guys? Okay, that's good. It was only the Brachiosaur that I was worried about. Yeah, that's a lot. That's. Do you see the stuttering in this stream? That's crazy. I'm gonna go back to my comfort zone over here where everything is 10 FPS better. Okay. Nice. So we have this area open right here. Now, I do want to. It's funny because I originally
Ladies
said
and
that
gentlemen,
everything that's
we are
happening
pleased to
here,
welcome a
I wanted it
Brachiosaurus
to
to the
be
park.
happening over here. Now, obviously, I did the exact opposite of that and I put it over here. Um, but like, don't worry, I'm not gonna change it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm not gonna change it because why would I? Instead, I'll honestly probably. I'm sure it's smaller to or tools for this. Probably expand this out a little bit more. Nice, we have a rock there. That's cool. That's actually kind of nice looking. All right. Oh, okay. That's good, I guess. Let's see about moving this down a bit and out over here, maybe. We don't want it to be too obvious that it's, well, we want it to actually look like it's going through the rock. Not going through the rock, but like through the rock. Like logically through the rock, not, I don't think I have to explain anyway. So you can see like there's like the crevices. So I kind of want to, yeah, okay. And then I want to remove some of the water from over here, right where this rock starts. And we're going to do like a pathway alongside this one, but it's going to be like a dirt one. And it's just going to continue on and then, eventually connect again. So it's going to be like a little garden kind of thing. So we'll get to that, but let's finish this side first. What am I looking at the time? One 20. Okay. Ooh, hello? I'm clipping that. Did you guys just see these trees? Like, okay. Hmm. Okay. That was interesting. I feel like this is a little bit too large, right? This area right here. So I'm thinking maybe we bring this down a bit. All right. So this is not even anywhere close to being even with this. What is that? Why is it like that? Oh, I'm starting to see the little weird. Okay. No, 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 no. We're not gonna look at that. That's gonna bother me a lot if I just look at that. Oh, it's bothering me. Okay. Um, removing these. Um, we take the larger one. We need to change the size of the grid. Down. Sure. Okay. That doesn't fix it. That doesn't fix that at all. That's kind of bothering me. Why does it work this way, but it doesn't work the other way? Like, am I... It's this piece right here. How does this work? Welcome back. I'm over here struggling with a piece of wood because I don't like the texturing on it, but I think I'm just gonna have to deal with it. um all right, so this is going to be the entrance to the building, so let's go ahead and put this. I think we could possibly get away with maybe this, right? But the thing is, we're not going to do an entire entrance here, so we're going to be putting up the... Yeah, let's put up the glass for now, and then we're probably going to either look at seeing how this looks after we do what we're going to do, or if we want to do something else. But right here, this is most likely going to end up being... Oh, I don't like how they do the wall like that. Hold on. I mean, well, it's gonna have to actually end there anyways, right? Hold on. So I was gonna do this all the way throughout here, maybe? Like have like a little walkway. Instead of having it be like that. So smaller. I guess we can do a column. God, decorating this after we build the structure is going to be so interesting because stuff like this, right? I can just slap down. If I don't like something, I can just be like, oh, you know what? Boom, we're putting a pole here, or a column, you know? Kind of like what we did with this, because these are different angles. So we just did this instead, and we're gonna put something over here on top of this as well, like a smaller pole.
Ladies
So
and gentlemen, we are pleased to
there's just a
welcome
lot
the
of stuff.
Manchisaurus to the park.
With this, I think this is gonna be how this is going to look. Now, I did see, yeah, they have copper on some of these buildings. So I don't know. We'll see if we want to do copper or thatch. Kind of leaning towards thatch because I've been using copper a lot. And I've actually never used thatch in this game yet. Well, I haven't used a lot of things in this game because I haven't been using the modular building stuff. But let's see. This is the smaller pieces. I wish we had larger ones. I mean, hold on. This wouldn't even match the tile lingo. Because we're using bamboo here, so this wood is it's completely a different type of wood. These are flat pieces, yes. Sloped thatch. I think we'd probably end up using this, no? Which means... Oh god. Obviously, this doorway is going to be a bit of an issue, so we do it like this, right? Like this, or is it like one more up higher? Is it one higher? Is that how this would work? Because if we put up a wall for the bamboo, because wish we had a smaller door, because why? Hmm. Because that shouldn't, I don't want that to be that tall. I realistically want this to be pretty much like right here. So I'm just gonna go over here and keep doing this. Right. And then this piece back here, let's go ahead and delete those and replace them with, I don't want to do bamboo. I, hold on. Let's do bamboo, but we're gonna put the shutter windows on them as well though. Okay, so we want this to be there and there. Okay. Okay. We're just gonna take the larger piece and then we'll work off of that. And we're probably gonna bring the other pieces down here down because we're gonna be having some issues with that. Okay, might as well just do that. Duplicate you and you. Okay, this door. Okay, let's just not have a door. let's just put, we're gonna do what we just said, and we're probably gonna put some columns down. Now I don't know if I want concrete columns. They don't have anything different. What about, let's go back to walls real quick. Because I'd like a wood column. What about poles? Do we have any poles? No, that's in the walls. That's not even pole. Pole. Got you. Got you. So we have. I got you. Okay. So, well, that's large. I've been using girders for a lot of this stuff though in the past. Okay, so there are these should be. Jesus Christ. Why are you guys like this? I hate categorization of stuff. The only thing is this wood isn't the right type of wood. This isn't. I know we can probably change it. I mean, probably. I know we can change it. We'll see. We'll see how this looks before we actually criticize and mentally want to die from it, but we'll see. Hold on. The middle. Hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14. I know this is okay. That's going to be there, and then this one is going to be somewhat here, and then I guess this one is going to be somewhat here. Okay, that's not the right area for that one. I guess. I guess what we can do instead of guessing is we can just duplicate these and then move them until they look about right. Okay. And then we do it again. And then we do it again. And then we fix whatever ones we need to fix. So obviously these ones are disappearing. Okay. And then we're gonna have to fix some of these. It's okay though, because fixing some of them might make it that we have to completely just eat the idea entirely. Okay, that looks about good though. This one needs to be a little bit to the right. You know what movie I've been wanting to watch lately? GP3. Just wanted to. Where is that piece even? Is that piece even? That's correct. Okay. That just looked weird. Maybe I actually want to delete that. Possibly bring you down to there. This build is so this build is so weird because this is not what I'm used to. I'm not used to working with like I'm a person that likes making industrial buildings like in any type of game, right? So like in Minecraft, if you catch me playing Minecraft, you know, for the series that we had, the Minecraft series for the dinosaurs, which I'm going to bring back soon, after we film another Minecraft thing. But that series, um, yeah, I was having a lot of industrial type of building ideas. So, I did just notice something though with this. Um, I think we want to bring this down. Maybe bring this down. I don't know. Because if we bring this down, if we bring this down, we can take this, put that there. No, I don't really like that. I'd rather us move this entire wall back one. Oh, wait a second. This is that weird, annoying thing with... Okay. There we go. I thought it was placed weird. Okay. Okay. Let's take this piece of wood now. Alright. that piece might have to be messed with a bit, doing what I want to do here. Okay, let's see. Actually, no, I won't, because we actually have to bring it up one. Nice. I'm gonna go ahead and probably put the windows on this. Um, that looks too industrial. Is that the right wood? That is the right wood. I always do metal, but I don't really know if I want to do the metal ones. This up here. I think metal would look weird. Let's see. Place this down. Advance, move it. Let's bring it down a bit. I think we'd want to bring it into the actual building a little bit more. Okay. Let's duplicate that. Put that on the other side. Its axis point is a little bit to the left from this one, so that means it could be a little bit on to the right. Okay, and then if we brought this in again, it'll just cross over each other. Which, I mean, it won't look that bad. Because it's going to be like this on both sides. Yeah, it just looks like it's one large window. I think that's kind of the point here. Okay. But I think we're doing good so far. Surprising that this is what we've made in an hour and 40 minutes, but again, this had no like blueprints, no plan, right? This is straight up from what I'm looking at in the menu. So obviously a lot of these pieces might change, like the concrete. I'm not really a fan of the concrete right now.
To the park.
Now I might go ahead and try to just make it like a certain like kind of brown. That makes me like it a little bit more, but again, it's just the texture. It's just flat compared to the rest of the building. Also, we have to add some windows and stuff. I wanted to check on how the windows were handled for all of these things. Oh, that is right. I wanted to change that from shutters. So I wanted to put this, and I wanted, let's see. Oh, that's bars. Blurred blinds. I think blurred blinds might be good. Actually. I love how there's a Hotel 1, but not a Hotel 2. let's do shutters. Nice. Okay, cool. And then we'd probably put like a door frame here in the center part right here. Right? And then the windows on the side. This is going to be interesting. I don't know what I'm going to do here because I don't think we have windows that can, unless I'm correct, or unless I'm wrong. Because we have like, you know, stuff like this, right? This isn't like in that need because we have those too. I don't know. I don't know how I'd want to do the windows for this area right here. Because it's like, I don't know if I'd want to do a huge window. Somewhere. So that building has the high windows. This one has columns. I guess we could do columns. That would be cool. We can do columns. The only other thing we have to do though is if we're going to make this,
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Corythosaurus to the
like
park.
floating above the water, the material that we use on the water will be like a big thing because obviously, because what is this in compared with the height of a person? Okay. So I'm kind of like not really thinking about the scaling of this whole thing because you can see the water go through the, right? So the material of which we use to make this actually work. What the hell? Matters 6.141. What is this? Is there no piece that's big enough for this? I don't think there's a piece that's large enough for this. Was there? Because there's this, but oh god. I was going to put bars over here too. Like a fence instead. But I think the only thing we really have to worry about is the pillars that are going to be connected to here. But I also want to not have this be directly ending right there. I'd rather have something like this go right here. Now, not this piece specifically, a smaller one. So like, you know, it just doesn't just randomly
Ladies and
end.
gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Parasaurolophus to the park.
But I don't think I want it to be elevated. I'd rather have it be like here. And then actually we might be able to get away with just using this piece here and then bringing this one down underneath it to just make it look stabilized. And then from here we can do like some grading on the bottom, maybe. Okay. And then same thing with probably right here because I was concerned about how this would go from a tall wall to something else. So what we can do is we could make this the height of this. And then possibly do the same thing that we just did with that. But on this side. And then we're going to want to... Oh, does that not work? Oh, does this have to be on the other side? Oh, wait, no, this is one out, though, over here. So actually, yeah, we would have to move it one out, which might be a issue because we'd want to move this back over here. So here, let's see how this would work. Because this would go... Does it start halfway? Do we have it starting halfway here, or is it at the end? It's at the end where it goes off the edge. So like something right there. Which means this would have to be over here. Okay. And then we can take this piece, bring it over here. Let's fix this side first. Is that in the ground? That is in the ground, okay. Let's duplicate this. Let's duplicate this. Bring this down over here. Then let's go and get this piece again. Possibly maybe this piece. So. And then, oh, that's a large piece. Hold on. Let's do this. Hold on. Is this where the planning foundation comes in? In water? What do you mean in water? Okay. I'm assuming I can't replace this, right? So I'm assuming I can't take the pieces I want to put down here and then delete these. Because, well, let's actually see. No, actually, okay. So I can just place these down, remove them, put these back, and it'll be good. Sounds a bit weird though still. Oh, I see. Okay. I don't want to use the concrete. Or like if I don't... we have this weird stuff going on. Maybe we can, hold on, I'd have to delete, nope, not that. I'd have to delete all these. See if I can mess with this a bit. I have a feeling I can't. Oh, I can, apparently. Right, this is in City Skylines where the path is completely not able to move underneath the terrain tools. All right, we can possibly work with this now. I know we have this piece right here being weird, but I think we can. I think we can work with that. Okay, so this. Actually, hold on. Is this gonna be here? We can just have this end here, right? It seems kind of weird, but it seems kind of weird to have a staircase here. Or try to have a staircase here. Even though it'd probably be not even existent, yeah. But actually, we can use it to make our own staircase. Yeah, we can do that. I just didn't like how tall it was. Okay. And we can make this look like it's a part of the ground because this is something we're probably not going to be able to fix immediately. Because this is the foundation of where this is going to be. So this can't be modified in the way that we want to. Because this is just going to flatten it. Yeah. Because it's going to flatten it to this height, right? Where the entrance is for the thing. So you can see it's elevated. Which this piece would go over this entire wood structure. So it's already messed up a bit. So we can just work around it. We can put down probably a pathway to it or something. Like if the snapping wasn't annoying. Hold on. Oh, I see. Okay, we're gonna have to do the stuff that we used to do in our remake builds. Okay. God, this is gonna look so weird though. I don't know if I'd want to do that. Oh, it actually made it that I can get down now. Okay. I guess let's bring that out. No, that's gonna make someone trip. We don't want that.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'd rather
we
just
are
have this be
pleased
the
to
path.
welcome a
Okay.
Parasaurolophus to the park.
Right. We don't have like a wood path, do we? It's okay. So we can have that go onto there. That can be the entrance. And then over here, we're gonna have some like patio area. And then this is gonna be just water where you can see into the water. I don't know, probably some bamboo just popping out of this, maybe. And then this is gonna have some like wiring go underneath here. So that's the plan for that. Obviously, the planters are gonna have some other stuff. I do want to put some windows on this side and this side, and then have the door in the middle right here. And then right here, we're gonna do probably a small window up here. And then we're gonna see if we can put like some type of like actual. I don't think science. Okay. I don't think these can go along the the rounded areas. Yeah. Hmm. So worst case scenario, we just put another big window here, but we make it kind of covered by the vegetation that's going to be in the planting. Okay. I haven't really thought about the front yet, so that's I'm thinking the front is the probably a big part of it because obviously we have like these decorations and stuff for some of these buildings, right? So it's just like oof, you know. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna be done with stream today. It's gonna be 2 hours here, or it's actually been 2 hours. We will be back next Sunday, continuing on with this. I'll try to actually have a plan of what I want to do for that instead of spending 30 minutes lollygagging and just trying to figure out what how the menu works. But yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for joining us today. We will see you next week. I will have a video out on Wednesday. So stay tuned for that. It'll be the island build. Wait, is it the island build? No, it'll be the black market build, the black market Montana one. So stay tuned for that. But I will see you guys later.